Donald Trump is not playing games. After 4 years of political attacks under the Biden administration, Trump is on a full-blown revenge tour. From slapping lawsuits on media pollsters to cashing in big bucks in surprising settlements, Trump is coming after everyone who he claims wronged him. Let's unpack how Trump is turning the tables and why some think this is just the beginning of his fight for 2025. First up, Trump has filed a lawsuit against Iowa pollster Ann Selzer, along with the Des Moines Register newspaper and its parent company. Now, who's Ann Selzer and why is Trump targeting her? Well, Selzer is the name when it comes to polling in Iowa. Her polls have been seen as gold standard for predicting outcomes, and let's just say Trump is not a fan. In his lawsuit, Trump is claiming that Selzer and the Register published misleading and defamatory poll results that were designed to hurt his campaign. Trump alleges that these polls are not just wrong, but part of a coordinated effort to damage his momentum leading into the 2024 election.
President-elect Donald Trump is suing the Des Moines Register and its top pollster, Ann Selzer, for quote-unquote brazen election interference and fraud over its final 2024 presidential poll, showing Vice President Harris leading him in Iowa despite his ultimate victory there in the Hawkeye state by 13 points.
Now let's break this down. It's not uncommon for Trump to criticize polling. He's been calling out fake polls for years, but suing an Iowa pollster, that's next level. Critics argue this is Trump setting a new tone, going after institutions that many view as untouchable. But to Trump's base, this lawsuit might be seen as Trump holding everyone accountable, especially as he tries to clean up what he calls 4 years of attacks under Biden's watch. And here's where things get even juicier. Trump isn't just filing lawsuits, he's winning them. ABC News just agreed to settle a massive defamation lawsuit with Trump to the tune of an undisclosed but substantial amount of money. Experts say the network settled because they wanted to avoid embarrassing discovery in court, meaning Trump's legal team could have dragged some uncomfortable receipts into the public eye. This lawsuit stemmed from reporting Trump called false and defamatory, and instead of fighting it out in court, ABC folded. Legal experts say this wasn't about Trump scaring ABC, but rather the network wanting to stop the bleeding before things got messy.
Today, ABC News agreed to give $15 million to Donald Trump's Presidential Library Project to settle a lawsuit filed by the president-elect. Trump had sued the network and George Stephanopoulos for defamation after the anchor incorrectly stated on air that Trump had been found liable for rape. ABC has also agreed to post online a note of regret.
Let's keep it real here. Trump is on a mission and money talks. Between his legal victories and political fundraising, Trump's team is using these wins to fuel the message. They lied, I fought back, and I won. So the narrative Trump is pushing here, that the media, pollsters, and his enemies are panicking because they know he's coming back stronger than ever. If we take a step back, it's clear that Trump is building a strategy, revenge, mixed with political dominance. Trump's taking legal action against institutions and individuals he claims spread false narratives during the Biden administration. The lawsuit against Ann Selzer and the Register is just one example. Settlements like the one with ABC News put money and momentum in Trump's corner while discrediting his critics. Trump's legal victories are being turned into a campaign narrative. I'm fighting for the truth, and I'm winning. Whether you love him or hate him, Trump's revenge tour is one of the most strategic comebacks we've seen in modern politics. He's positioning himself as the guy who fought back against the so-called establishment, and now he's collecting wins. Now let's look ahead. If history tells us anything, Trump is unpredictable, but here are the most likely targets in his next wave of legal and political strikes. Trump's feud with the media is legendary. He's already shown that he can force major networks to settle, so don't be surprised if he turns his sights on other outlets like CNN, MSNBC, or even social media platforms like X or Facebook. Why? Because for Trump, the message is simple. If you spread lies about me, I'll hold you accountable and win.
Look, between you people, don't talk to me that way. You're just a lightweight. Don't talk to me that way. I'm the president of the United States. Don't ever talk to the president that way.
Go ahead, take the. Well, I'll give you voters. I will give you voter suppression. You just have to sit down, please. Sit down. I didn't call you. Okay, question? Yeah, go ahead. Sure. She's shocked that I picked her. No. She's like in a state of shock.
I'm not thinking, Mr.
That's
President.
okay. I know you're not thinking. You never do.
I'm sorry?
No, go ahead.
Is this Trump holding people accountable? Or is this just more political theater to rile up his base ahead of 2025? And more importantly, how far will Trump take this? Will more media outlets settle with Trump to avoid courtroom exposure, or will someone finally take him head on? Trump has repeatedly hinted that his enemies list isn't just in the media, it's in politics too. Expect him to continue going after former allies and current rivals who spoke out against him during the Biden years. Could we see lawsuits or targeted campaigns against prominent figures like Liz Cheney or Mitch McConnell? For Trump's base, taking down the so-called establishment would only further cement his image as the ultimate political outsider. Trump's issues with corporate America are no secret. Just look at his public feuds with companies like Amazon, Nike, or Google. If Trump feels that these companies tried to censor him, harm his businesses, or sway public opinion, don't rule out a massive legal battle aimed at big tech or major brands. This could easily become part of Trump's 2025 messaging, fighting back against corporations he claims are working against the people. So why is Trump coming after everyone with such intensity? Some say it's purely about revenge, a response to the relentless scrutiny he faced during the Biden administration. But others argue it's a strategic move. Trump isn't just fighting back, he's building momentum, rallying his base, and creating a narrative of accountability and strength as he gears up for the 2025 presidency. The real question is, how far will Trump go? Who's next on his target list? And how will these battles reshape the media, politics, and corporate America?
When this election is over, based on what they've done, I would have every right to go after them. And it's easy because it's Joe Biden. Well, revenge does take time. I will say that.
It does.
And sometimes revenge can be justified, Phil. I have to be honest. Sometimes it can.
One thing's for sure. Trump is not backing down. And whether you love him or hate him, you can't ignore the headlines he's making. What do you think? Is Trump's revenge campaign justified, or is this just another chapter of political chaos? Who do you think Trump will go after next? Drop your predictions in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next big update. This is What's the Gossip, keeping you in the loop on the hottest stories shaking up the nation. See you next time.